Hello, welcome to another boxing video. This topic today is about the Canelo Alvarez Gennady Golovkin rematch cancelled. So everyone know that the upcoming middleweight title rematch between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez on May 5th is now cancelled. This because of an ongoing story that the failed drug test from Canelo Alvarez for having a clenbuterol in his system. So basically, if I'll break it down for you, if no one knows about the background. So Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez fought each other back end of 2017. Ended in a controversial draw. Many people thought Alvarez won. Many people thought Gennady Golovkin won. So they, after weeks of negotiations, finally got scheduled to fight on May 5th for all the major middleweight titles. Then they got the training, they got the press conferences. I think they had one press conference, I'm not entirely sure. Then out of nowhere, online just exploded. Canelo Alvarez has been failed a drug test. Then I think he failed another one shortly after that. Then there was doubts about the fight going ahead. Then there was, I think it's like the Nevada State Athletic Commission was going to hold a hearing in early April. Then Alvarez withdrew from the fight. Then from there, I think the latest update that I can remember from like the main story timeline is that the fight's been cancelled because I heard that MGN was refunding tickets from various podcasts listening to as well. They like some small like organisations for like, tickets and that they refunding customers. So that's why I gather. That's what I think most people do know. Obviously, there's more things about it, but that's from the main story I can tell people. But in terms of the actual fight itself, it's disappointing because this is a fight I was looking forward to the most. Yeah, obviously the first fight had a controversial ending, and Adelaide Bird, the referee, to one of the judges who scored in the fight, did a ridiculous, unrealistic score in favour for Canelo Alvarez. That's just their opinion, but obviously myself and a lot of people don't agree with her. So there was that, and obviously people thought Golovkin won, which would have given him the big victory he would have needed to be cementing his claim as the best middleweight in the world, and undoubtedly pound for pound best fighter in the world. Currently he's there at the minute, but of course the Ring magazine or any rankings can be a bit manipulative or a bit like controversial because not everyone's going to agree on it. So now obviously that fight's been cancelled. Like what's going to happen next? I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Alvarez hearing. I think he's still got to go there and for this commission meeting. I'm not sure what's going to happen. He could get banned for 6 months to a year or even longer. I'm not entirely sure. Golovkin's still looking for a May 5th opponent. There's been various people thrown into the hat like Billy Joe Saunders, who's the WBO champion, Jamal Charlo, who's a middleweight contender. I think his next fight is scheduled to be for the interim WBC middleweight title belt. There's another guy as well. I'm not sure whose name. I can't pronounce his name. I can't remember his name properly, but I did hear that he's got an undefeated record, but he's been rejected. I've also heard that English fighter Gary Spike O'Sullivan is going to be a rumoured opponent for Golovkin. If that happens, then I can see Golovkin making easy work of O'Sullivan. Nothing against O'Sullivan, but he's lost to like Chris Eubank Jr. and I think he's a good sort of domestic / European fighter, but not in terms of he's not on the level as Golovkin is. Of course, the ideal pick would be Billy Joe Saunders, as he's got an upcoming fight with Martin Murray. I think that's been cancelled due to a hand injury for Saunders. I'm not sure Golovkin can reschedule his May 5th date. He might lose some money, I'm not really sure, but I think Joe Saunders is either going to be available in June or July or maybe later on in the year. I've heard also rumours that they could just fight at the end of the year, Joe Saunders and Golovkin for undisputed middleweight titles. Technically, I'm not sure how people obviously always see the undisputed like status, but Golovkin has the WBC, WBA and IBF middleweight titles, which of course is the three major organisations. Yeah, you got the WBO, which is seen as a major organisation, but some people still disregard it as a minor organisation like the IBO. Let's just say that the three are the main. Technically, he could be seen as the undisputed. I do know sometimes people like to say that if you have the Ring magazine belt as well, that's the missing piece of the jigsaw, which can be seen as undisputed. But then again, if you look at Terence Crawford last year, he was undisputed like welterweight champion because he collected all the belts, and that was WBA all the way through WBO plus the Ring Magazine belt. And of course, you've got the cruiserweight up and coming Super 6 tournament. That's good. That's for the undisputed cruiserweight title as well. It's got all the belts, including Ring Magazine, cruiserweight title as well. So in my mind, Golovkin is already the undisputed, but of course he still needs a few belts to be seen as the true undisputed champion. I think he can do it because if Alvarez does get suspended or banned, he is currently the Ring Magazine middleweight title holder, and I don't think they will allow him to hold on to it even if he's banned. So Golovkin might end up fighting for the vacant belt. Of course, WBO champion Joe Saunders, as I said, is a option for Golovkin. If Golovkin doesn't fight someone May 5th, he might remove that from his calendar, go ahead and fight Joe Saunders or someone else, because May 5th is only like a month or so away, and if he has to get someone ready, you're asking someone to train for like a month or so when they need a lot more longer than that. But then again, that's down to his team. I'm pretty sure they can find someone. If May 5th doesn't go ahead for Golovkin, I'm pretty sure they can find a alternative opponent, like I said, at a later one stage of the year. But I was going back to my other point. It's a shame that this fight isn't going ahead, because it would be a great fight to see, rematch two the best fighters in the world. And a lot of people are saying, has Canelo Alvarez ruined his reputation / legacy because of this failed drugs test? In my mind, if you're a drugs cheat, you're always going to have a tarnished record. And a lot of people have said, since the Mayweather loss back in 2013 at light middleweight, when did he start taking these drugs, or has he been drug tested before, or this clambuterol rule, has he been taking it before or since? Like, has he been affected by drugs before? His performance been affected by drugs before? Only time will tell. But like I said, it's disappointing because Alvarez is a good fighter, has some good wins, two-weight world champion. He picked up various world titles a lot as well along the way. Beat some good people like Mega Cotto. But it's just a shame that one of the best fighters in the world is now classed as a drug cheat, and it will definitely tarnish his legacy until he retires at the end of his career. But anyway, I hope you liked this video. It's just a short video about my opinions and Golovkin's options as well, and a sort of mini update on Canelo Alvarez as well. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one.